Hello everyone, welcome to Added Trade. Today we're going to be seeing the Nifty and Banknifty levels for 16th Wednesday. This is the daily chart. Let me open the Banknifty daily chart, and we have got a pretty strong closing after retesting a low of let me open the Banknifty chart. After testing a low of 42,090, where 42,000 was a big support, we had a nice up move. Almost we went until 42,450. So this kind of a green candle is good. We have got a strong closing. Now compared to this candle with all the other candles from past 15 days, right, from here, one thing, see, if you take from this moderate trading until today, this is the only candle I would consider as a pretty strong bullish closing with a green candle close. But the only issue here is the volume is less. Now why I consider this is, see, every time we were getting a red candle over here, yes, we got a green candle, but it was after a huge gap down, probably some kind of a short covering, then there was no follow up, again red, then this was like an hanging man at the top, which is not a very bullish sign. This was again a bearish sign. Again we got a huge gap down. From gap down we got some short covering. Again at the all time high we were making this doji and all this candle, though this is not, the candle does not look like a good, like a Marubozu candle or a good strong candle, but the close is above the previous day high or the previous week high as well, like close above this candle, which was the all time high, right? We have closed above it, so that itself is a good sign for the bullish trade. But the only thing, that issue with me is we don't have good volume on this day. Now let's see how we could have traded today and what are the levels we can trade for tomorrow. Now what we could have traded today is, this is our Cosmofeed group where we share our daily technical analysis whenever there's a good trade. See, on today it was about 12 o'clock when we shared this, that, see, the one thing that was pretty convincing for me that we would have a good nice move on the upside is this put. You see this red color at 42,200 at 12 o'clock. 42,200 put was more, right? There was heavy put writing even at 42,200, so there was some kind of a indication that we could move higher, though we had some call writing, but the put writing was more, right? So this was one thing. This is what I mentioned here, and this was the trade that which worked pretty well. That is, once kind of this trend line broke, we were expecting an up move. See, there were two things that we looked at today. One is, see, I was expecting a test until the CPR and a reversal from the CPR, and that reversal could have been confirmed with this trend line breakout. So just because we are bouncing from CPR, we cannot enter, right? We always look for as many confirmations or take a good confirmation. The good confirmation was when we broke out of this trend line, we hit R1. This up move from when this black trend line broke until the blue line, which was a target, that itself was one good target. Then again some selling pressure came, but failed to make a new low. That is, we made a higher low instead of a lower low. So that itself was a sign we could reverse, and once this R1 broke, we could have taken a trade until R2. So basically it was not very complex day to trade. It was an easy day to trade if anybody is aware of reading the OI chart and the price action. Now if we look at the 15-minute chart, right, and there was also a bigger triangle that we broke out from, that is what I'm drawing now, something like this. We were in this type of a triangle and we got this breakout. We'll have to see what is going to happen tomorrow. So that's the trade that happened today. Now the levels for tomorrow are, obviously this is the all-time high in Bank Nifty, 42,454, and in case we get a dip, we could get a support at 42,256, around 42,200 level, and below that a strong support is in this area for, again, 42,090, and obviously below that we have this 41,986. I don't think we'll dip so much. Now just looking at the global market, whether we're going to get a gap up or a gap down, it looks like we would get, let me just refresh this, we would get a small gap up. The SGX Nifty is indicating a plus 52 point. Let me refresh this as well. Now it is plus 42. So how we can trade the small gap up is, once we get the small gap up, right, always wait for some kind of a pullback and then try and take a trade. Even today we got a gap up, we got a nice pullback to the support level and the CPR, and then had a bounce, right? So always wait for a pullback. That will be my plan. The best way to wait for a pullback is, in case you get a gap up, wait for an hour or two in the market and see if the bullishness is continuing or we are going to get some pullback. Always enter on a pullback. Now some of the targets for Banknifty would be, let me just put off everything and just keep only the weekly and the monthly CPR. See, the red dotted line is the weekly R1 and the cross lines on the top over here at about 42,570 is the monthly CPR. So we might take some resistance at around this area, that is around 42,560. If that is broken, then we have the R2 of CPR, that is 42,670 in case we go higher, right? Now this is only the daily CPR for tomorrow. So if we get a gap up, right, I would wait for a retest to this level, that is 42,460. If this level holds and then we kind of break out, probably go long. That is our one plan. The other plan is, if this level doesn't sustain, wait until a pullback until the CPR or this level of 42,260 and then look for a bounce. Maybe if this level breaks, a retest of 42,000 is possible, that is 42,260 breaks, probably we might get to retest 42,090 levels. And looking at the OI in Banknifty, right, see the change in OI, what happened today. Even put rating at 42,500 have come in, and meaning tomorrow even this can act as a good support if we start trading above 42,500. That is what happened today. Now if you see the change in OI, we do have put rating at 42,300, 42,400. There is some put rating that's come in today, some resistance at 42,500. If that breaks, then there is not much on the higher side, right? Not much resistance until 42,800 and a very strong support at 42,000. In case we get some kind of an intraday dip until 42,000, no, this will be a very good buy. I doubt we will get the dip, but if we get, it will be a very good buy because there is some strong support at 42,000. And in Nifty, in the end, we had a pretty good uptrend. That's also because of the Nifty expiry that we had today. See, all the levels that I marked will remain the same. I can just make this as a blue color so that this can be the previous day high. See, on the downside, the only level of support that we can find now in Nifty is around this level, 18,340. In case we break higher, we have a pretty nearby target, that is 18,450 and 18,490. Now how those two lines came in is, if you see the previous price action from a hourly or a daily chart, it will be clear. And once we break 450, right, the next target probably is the 18,600, the all-time high level. See, this is one level where we can take some resistance, that is 18,450. The other one is here 490, about 40 points higher, and then next significant resistance is here itself, 18,600, the all-time high level in Nifty. So these are the levels that we will watch out for. No doubt the market is looking bullish now, especially after today's close, but we should be ready for anything, right? We'll never know when some kind of heavy profit booking will come, even from the domestic players or the FIIs.